Yeah, good enough is something that we hear and something we try to avoid. Well, when your IT is just good enough, generally speaking, in my experience, those are the environments that have a security issue, that don't necessarily meet the needs a year and 2 and 3 years later because you're not really spending the time and effort and sometimes money to put in an environment that is truly robust, that's secure, that's stable, that can last you 7 years if it's a server, something like that. So the good enough doesn't accomplish those things a lot of the time.
Interesting. I want to
Hmm.
circle back. You'd mentioned we say security in like every other sentence. Cybersecurity is the forefront. And this is not a cybersecurity podcast or webinar. It's really about what does modern managed IT look like. But I think cybersecurity is a piece of that. Can we go back into like, how do I ensure my IT service provider has security at the forefront, like security baked in and not
Yeah.
bolted on, like you said earlier?
Yeah. Really good
What am I
question.
looking for?
I'll give you specifics. And when I review client potential client prospect environments and they don't have these things, it's a big red flag to me. So number one, you really want to have a next gen antivirus platform in place. Everybody should have it everywhere. And that's different than what we've had for the last 15 to 20 years. It's different. The antivirus system works
They've
differently.
evolved.
They've evolved. And if your provider isn't providing you what's truly next gen AV, and you can look that up, it's driven by AI, and it's sort of this model that can detect things when they're happening and stop it. And it's not just this list of viruses that it's trying to find all the time, list of files. So if they don't have that, that's a very large red flag. I'm all about the red flags today. So number two, there should be multiple layers to the security onion already in place in that base product. They're trying
Security
to,
onion, Dan?
yeah, yeah. Onions, ogres are like onions, and so is security. Security is like onions. And what we say is we want to put as many layers of the onion in place in between the bad guys and you. That's financially responsible, right? The more generally is the better, but we want to have those. We want to have that in our base package. It's really important to us. Once 2020 hit, we put three different things as our base package. We kept those things in place, and it was really a differentiator between us and our peers. I don't believe you should be nickeled and dimed to death for adding on sort of base level security thing, zero trust, DNS filtering, things like that. There should be multiple layers within the product that you're getting from your MSP. And if you're not, it's not a core part of their business.
Well, I think the problem there is too is all of that has costs, right? The
Yeah.
the IT service provider is licensing, this software solutions, whether it's Sentinel One or Huntress or all the different ones. McAfee, I think, is still out there. Boiling that in and baking that into the solution offering, I think is critical, but also it has a cost to it. Security is not cheap. These products aren't inexpensive. And so it comes down to matching how secure can I be as a business and what's my budget to do that? Because I'll be honest with you, until somebody has a security incident, they tend to not invest in security.
They don't feel the pain is what we say people come to us and have come to us for years, many years, saying, we just had this very large security event. Can you help us bail out of this? Even people we don't know. And every once in a while we can come in and sort of help. But there's been times, and Ryan knows, where people have come to us with a very large security event. There's not a lot we can do. And there's been times where the business has gone out of business. It's absolutely true story. But that being said, I believe that security should absolutely be a core part of the product. It should have multiple layers. It should drive the consultative discussions. It should be part of the budget. And it's just like a true base of everything that MSP is doing right now.
Yeah, I think MSPs have evolved into cybersecurity organizations. And if they haven't, you need to reevaluate your relationship.